Defend yourself against DDoS attacks by hiding your true IP address with ExpressVPN, and visit my custom link expressvpn.com/ghilliemaster in the description to find out how you can get an extra 3 months free. Hey everyone, and welcome to another GTA Online Tier 4 Challenge guide. In this one, I'll be showing you how to complete the most recent one for the Chop Shop business, because only recently are we even able to unlock this and complete it as a solo player. So starting off with the Tier 1, as always, these are the very easy challenges. You just have to set up a Salvage Yard, meet with Yusuf Amir, and complete a Salvage Yard robbery. Very simple and straightforward here, not much explaining needs to be done. This is all just introductory stuff for the business. For Tier 2, you need to sell a vehicle, salvage a vehicle, and earn $250,000 from salvaging vehicles. Selling a vehicle is done through the 3 weekly car robberies. Salvaging a vehicle can be done through either the car robberies, or what I recommend is just using the tow truck service. Whatever car you tow will automatically be salvaged once you get back, and earning $250,000 will mean you have to salvage around 4 or 5 cars with the tow truck. But this challenge alone won't limit you from making progress on Tiers 3 and 4, which is very nice. And speaking of those, for Tier 3 it requires you to complete all 5 Salvage Yard robberies, which is kind of annoying since these rotate on a 3-a-week basis, which means at minimum you'd be waiting 2 weeks to get this done, assuming the ones you need become available in the next week. Selling 5 vehicles in perfect condition means you cannot crash on your way to the docks. However, the good thing about the Salvage Yard is that the sell missions are similar to that of the auto shop sales, where you can just blow up the car and it'll reappear back in the shop, so if you do crash, you can just blow up the vehicle and try again. But that one's not too hard. And finally, for Tier 3, you just have to complete all bonus objectives for any of the Salvage Yard missions. Doesn't matter which one it is. I'll go into detail on how to do just that for all of them, because for the Tier 4, you have to complete the bonus objectives for each of the Salvage Yard robberies. That means all 5. Along with that, you need a total of $10 million earned through selling stolen vehicles, $2.5 million earned through salvaging vehicles, and 10 platinum awards earned. The annoying part about these challenges is that you cannot see them in-game before the robbery begins, only after you're done. So for the first time you complete them, you don't even know what you have to do for the bonus challenges. And since you can't repeat them until the following week, it just seems like a scummy way to get you to replay them, but that's what I'm for, so I'll be going over exactly how to beat each bonus challenge now. Starting off with the Ded and Robbery, you need over 15 headshots, which is a weird way to describe it. I guess you need 16 headshots then. You have to disable the target vehicle on the first shot and reach HOW in 1 minute. Getting headshots is simple. Every enemy you see along the way, just make sure you headshot them. You should have more than enough enemies in the spectators box and the pit stop area combined after you disable the car, but if you fail to get the needed headshots in the arena, you can also headshot the enemies in their vehicles that chase you afterwards, and that will count as well. Disabling the vehicle on the first attempt refers to the EMP drone you take a hold of. Just memorize the path that the target vehicle takes and sit in its path and wait for it to get in range, so you don't have to make any small adjustments to your aim, because aiming the drone is very slow and very easy to mess up, so it's recommended that you just do it without requiring much aim on your part. Now when you exit the arena, immediately head towards Vinewood. Do not go where it initially says to go, otherwise you will not make it. You're heading to the same exact place where you meet HOW for the first time on the next-gen consoles for that initial HSW time trial, and you should easily make it in under a minute's time as long as you do just that. But once that's done, you're all set to go. That's all that is required for the Ded and Robbery. This is one of the easier challenges, I think, because even if you die, none of them are avoided. For the Podium Robbery, the challenges are not dying, reaching the elevator hatch undetected, and escaping the casino in 1 minute. 2 out of these 3 are very easy. Not dying is self-explanatory. Reaching the elevator hatch undetected, the way I do this is I just stare at the minimap and use it to both avoid the camera line of sight and to guide myself through the darkness, and it's pretty easy not to get spotted here. However, the somewhat challenging part is escaping the casino in 1 minute. I believe the timer starts as soon as you open that second garage door where it tells you to then grab the vehicle. There's one enemy in particular in there that is armored and carries an LMG, and even if you do the setup that makes the enemies supposedly have less powerful weaponry, he's still a pain in the ass because he still has armor and he still has an LMG, so I don't know if that's bugged or intentional. So there's a lot of RNG involved. I was lucky here and ran him over, which took him out of the fight and allowed me to get through the doors, which then will close behind you, locking you in there, which also prevents him from shooting you too, which is good. And that brings us to the next RNG point. You have to complete a hack to unlock the other doors, so you need to take out the guys in the security room really fast and complete that hack, which is the number sequence hack. And this one, at least for me, you can either find it right away or take forever to find it. It's not a hack where you can just get consistently good at, like the fingerprint hack in the casino heist. If you find the numbers fast, you'll get the 1 minute challenge done, and if not, you'll have to retry. That's just how it is. Once you're out of the casino though, it does not matter how long you take to escape, just don't die and you'll be all set for that challenge. Next up is the Gangbanger Robbery. The challenges here are no cop lives lost, jailbreak in 3 minutes, and King Tiny having 75% health left. All of which are very easy, I'm happy to say. For no cop lives lost, you just have to eliminate the cops with the stun gun and they'll be out as if you killed them with a normal gun anyways, so it's very easy. And the stun gun they give you is the single player version of the stun gun, so you can weapon swap to insta reload if you need to. For a jailbreak in under 3 minutes, the keys will either be in the locker room, the main office, or the projector room, all of which can be checked within seconds of each other because all the rooms are right next to each other. So just grab the keys before you go down the stairs. And then you just have to complete the easy word hack at the computer and free King Tiny. Now when you exit the police station, there will be a few cop cars here. The getaway vehicle you should use is the Monstrosity since it has the most bullet protection. It has bulletproof windows or bullet resistant windows and also the bulletproof back. But honestly, it doesn't really matter because what we're going to do is grab a Sparrow. You can call that in right next to you right when you get out and just fly to the airport instead, which makes it a lot easier. Although for me, in this situation, Tiny's AI made him completely walk and take forever to get in the vehicle, so I almost died, but luckily Snacks saved me. And if you really wanted to, you could call in your helicopter before you even enter the police station to start the mission. And even with King Tiny getting shot up a ton there, he only lost like 10% of his health, so the challenge was perfectly fine. And for the second part of this mission, there are no challenges with that, so after Tiny's dropped off at the airport, you're just good to go. Doesn't matter how you finish the rest of the mission, as long as you don't kill any cops. On to the second to last one, the cargo ship robbery challenges are no lives lost, reaching the bridge undetected, and having over 80% skylift health left. This is probably the easiest set of challenges, I would say. In order to reach the bridge undetected, there is a very simple trick to do, as long as you have any aircraft like an Oppressor Mark II, Buzzard, or Sparrow. Head over to the boat as you normally would and get in the driver's seat to advance the objectives, but after that, hop out of the boat and just get on or in your flying vehicle, and instead just fly towards the objective, making sure you're high enough that you won't get detected initially, and then just jump off and parachute right to the objective door like I do here. Once you get to the door without alerting the guards, it doesn't matter if the alarms go off afterwards, that challenge is done. Super easy, and it also makes the mission a lot faster too because you don't have to drive that slow ass boat. The next challenge is just making sure the skylift doesn't take a lot of damage, which again is very easy. Just complete the optional prep, disrupt air support, and you'll only have one batch of helicopters coming after that skylift, which makes it very easy, almost boring in a way. And other than that, you just have to worry about not dying across the entire mission before you even get to this point. So just bring lots of snacks and armor and be careful, especially when opening up the crates because the animation legit takes a whole minute to do for some reason. I cannot stand these slow animations in this game. And lastly, I saved the worst one for the very end here. We have the McTony robbery. I do not like this robbery at all. I think it's by far the most boring one with the most amount of BS you can have in a mission. But I'll still be showing you how to get the challenges done because it will be required for the tier 4. You need to find the head of security in 1 minute. You have to get 15 headshots, all while not dying on the mission. The 1 minute timer will start after you open the door after disabling the navigation system, so don't worry about that. The annoying part about this mission is just the location you're fighting in. The hallways are super narrow, so there's no place to take cover, and half the time your gun gets blocked by those narrow hallways, so you can't even shoot the enemies that are in your way. You can often just walk around a corner, not even see an enemy on the map, and just get blasted by him or rapid fired by the AI. If I had to make a recommendation, try the sweeper shotgun. It's a really small shotgun, so it doesn't get blocked as often as the assault shotgun would. The head of security will either be near the jail cell where you go for the Doomsday Act 2 finale downstairs, or in the kitchen, which is where he was for me. And I almost got absolutely obliterated here because there were so many enemies hiding behind corners on both sides. And for every enemy, of course, make sure it's a headshot because you do need those 15 enemies to headshot to complete that challenge. It's just tough because you have to go fast to find the head of security, but if you go fast, you might miss an enemy around a corner and just get absolutely shredded by him. The good news, though, is that once you're done with the submarine, once you're out of it, you're done with the challenges and you just have to worry about driving the car back, which also takes forever because you're in Paleto Bay of all places. But that concludes all 5 of the Elite Challenge awards for those car robberies. Now for the 10 Platinum awards that you need, these will mostly be completed in time as you complete all the other requirements for the Tier 4 challenge. There is a Platinum award for just completing every robbery type, so that's already 5 right there. There's one for completing an Elite Challenge, which you obviously will have done, completing prep missions, earning 5 million from car sales when you need 10 million for the challenge, so no brainer there. Ultimately, you'll likely end up like me, where I had 9 out of the 10 platinum awards with every other challenge done, and the last challenge I needed was to tow 50 cars with the tow truck for the last platinum award, which I earned just a few cars after getting to that $2.5 million needed for the earnings challenge for the salvaging. So you really shouldn't have to worry about this at all. Like, they'll just get done as you go. Unfortunately though, because you do need $10 million earned from car robbery sales, if you start today, you will at minimum have this done in 10 weeks because you only earn about $1 million from the 3 robberies a week. So it will take you about 2.5 months to get it done. One last tip I will give for the tow truck job specifically, don't drive the tow truck any more than like 1.5 miles. If you get a mission where you have to drive 2 to 3 miles away, just find a new session and spawn at the salvage yard, or blow up the tow truck and just go back in and get a mission that's like 1.5 miles or less away. Trust me, you'll save a lot of time doing that. But anyways, the rewards for doing the tier 4 for the chop shop are a golden buzzard, which I can't even claim because I already have a maxed out hangar with no more slots for aircraft, and because Rockstar refuses to add more aircraft space to the hangar, I can't claim it. But it's basically just a regular buzzard but gold, which is very dumb because you can literally just grab a regular buzzard that you already own from Pegasus, drive it into the hangar, and make it gold that way. Again, another really pointless tier 4 reward. The specific rewards for these are usually dog shit, but I guess you do get some money and RP on top of that, which also seems very minute considering you're earning $10+ million just by completing the challenge in general, so it's kind of chump change at that point. But anyways, that's going to wrap up this tier 4 challenge guide, and we should be getting another one very soon with the Cluckenbell raid when that releases in a couple of days from now. If you guys enjoyed the video or found it helpful, feel free to leave a like, as well as subscribe to my channel for more GTA Online content. I also want to give a huge shout out to all my channel members for your support. If you'd like to become a member for some exclusive perks, you can either use the join button or the link that's down in the description. And as always, thanks for watching and have a great day.